everybody, welcome back to the Hobby Lodge. We are here for another awesome quiz. I feel super rusty because we haven't done this for a few months. What with holidays and just other shenanigans going on around the world, I haven't got a chance to get down and get this going. So I'm really glad to be back for what is the third quiz of the year. So we're going to try and cram in some more definitely as the end of the year comes around. I've got three awesome guests tonight, so I can't wait to get them on and get this going. But yes, hopefully I learn to press all the right buttons and do all the things that I need to do. So look, without any further ado, let's start meeting some guests and then talking about the quiz and getting on with it, because I know that's what we're all here to do. So whilst I bring up some various things, first of all, I'm going to go. They don't know which one in order they're coming in, so let me see if I can surprise anyone. Well, let's go with the guy with the best dress sense tonight. We didn't talk about this. We didn't coordinate our dress sense, but it turns out that we're wearing the same hat. Here he is. Gordon, Give84 Gaming. Hello, my friend.
How's it going?
Yes. Well, good choice on the hat, my friend. There we go. We didn't coordinate at all, did we? But we are representing the retro bait today. How are you, sir?
Good, man. I'm good. All good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Did you get up to much today?
No, nothing at all, really, to be honest.
No. Did you watch the football this morning?
I saw a wee bit of it. I was away getting a haircut and it was on the barbers, so I watched it in there.
Nice. Well,
but I saw the Celtic Kilmarnock game. That was good.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That was a good game.
The other thing I'll say is the ladies now know the same pain as us, which is whenever the men get into any decent level of football, we lose terribly. So it's there we go. We're all in the same boat. Yeah. So is this you've been on the quiz before, I believe, when Paul did it?
Yeah, I was on it with the chef and he absolutely annihilated me. So that was a good experience.
Yeah,
that
unfortunately.
Very humbling.
I think he's in it. We'll definitely jump into the chat in a sec, but I think he is in there. I think so. I'm sure he'll get a perfect score as always. Right, let's jump into the backstage and grab someone else. Let's grab Suka Retro Crisis. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, Ryan. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be on, man.
Oh man, that's really cool. Thank you for jumping in and getting involved. It's the trickiest part of the quiz for me. I can absolutely put a quiz together, and I don't mind doing this bit, but it's finding people that want to get involved. That's the hardest bit. So anytime someone does, I'm very grateful. So
no, man, I've been watching this for a long time, and I'm always screaming the answers on the other side. But being on this side now, I'm like panicking so much, and I'm like on my little tiny phone screen because my computer don't work anymore.
I tell you, mate, I reckon that phone screen is going to be the secret weapon in the pixelated round. I'm telling you, when you're looking at it this small, it'll all come together. It's like a magic eye picture. I'm still trying to fill very big shoes with Paul, so hopefully still isn't enjoyable as it was when you watched it before. But right. Up to much this weekend?
I might have already put myself at a big disadvantage because I've spent most of the afternoon drinking, so. And I'm just like loading up on water to try to sober up a little.
You're trying to pull a Ali 16 bits and bobs.
I'm trying to do a reverse Ali, to be honest.
Okay.
And the goal is to at least get one more point than him in this quiz, hopefully. So.
He does keep messaging me, and I don't know if he might already be in the chat about if he can have a second go. So it's whether we feel as a community we should give him a second crack at it when he's maybe not starving himself and drunk. So we'll definitely do that. Right, let's grab our last guest. It is Steve, Sinister Steve. Hello, my friend. How are you? Very good. You've frozen on my screen. I don't know if you're frozen on everyone else's screen.
Yeah, I'm frozen on my own screen.
There we go.
Why is that?
Do you want to jump in and jump back out again? Shall we try that?
Yeah, let me jump in and jump back out.
Let's try. Well, there we go. You gotta have technical hitches when you go live. That's just the way it is, you roll with the punches. Let me see if I still remember how to bring up the chat while we're waiting for Steve to come back. So we've got. Retrobate is in the house saying hello, guys. Quiz time. U-Star Gamers there. Button Bashing Gaming. Zex Tetley's in the house. Hello. Pixel Plug. 8-Bit Rach is in there. 8-Bit Rach, you need to come on the quiz. I need to reach out to you to come on the quiz. We maybe we'll do a micro special. That would be really cool. A micro special quiz. Steve is back with us. Hi, Steve. We got you. You're now mobile moving, Steve. This is
Happy
good.
days. Yeah, thanks for having me. I've literally just set all this up. Like, I never have a PC set up, so I'm hoping I don't have any hiccups.
No, it looks good. It looks good. Is that like a green screen behind you, or is that actual arcade machines behind you?
Am I?
Oh
Okay,
man,
cabs, think fence. They're quite
that's so
dusty,
cool.
actually. Jesus.
I'd have genuinely been like, oh, that's a quite cool back screen to have. But now that they're real, I'm just like, that's just so awesome.
Yeah, no, I do like my arcades. It's a bit of a mess in here, but yeah, I do like my arcades.
That's very, very cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. No, now I'm just jealous. I just now want to play the arcade machines. That's the one thing I've not got in here, and I keep thinking about where I could squeeze in a cab somewhere would be quite cool.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I've got 4 in the house at the moment. I've got like 3 in the dining room and 1 in the lounge. And I've always said I don't want cabs in the house.
Yeah.
And that's my overspill. So you let me know and I'll ping one over. I don't think you live that far from me.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Yes. Who else have we got in the chat? We've got so I did Rach. Who else we got? Let's keep looking down the names. Stewie Retro Gaming's in. The champion of 2022 is in the house. Sega Zombie. There he is. Rob Taylor's in the house. Hello, hello. Oh man, the chat's gone a bit crazy straight away. Mountain Gaming's in the house. Hello, hello. Oh crikey! Right now I can try and keep an eye on the chat. Oh look, there you go. That's my dad. Everybody, say hello to my dad. Hey, Dad. 75 and still gaming. Yeah, my dad loves. Yeah, he's a point and click adventure guy. Games like Seventh Guest, 11th Hour, Monkey Island, all those games. My dad has played through them all. So yes, good to have you here, Dad. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's see. I think we're good. I think we might start, guys. Should we crack on?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's let me bring up some buttons. Okay, right. So as I explained to everyone, not just for yourselves, but for everyone who's watching the quiz, please in the chat, do not put in the answers in the chat. I mean, I know the guys probably aren't looking at the chat anyway, but when we go through and do the answers at the end, by all means, put the answers in the chat and try and guess them correctly as we go through the answers. But whilst I'm playing the various rounds, keep the answers out of the chat. I have got a few moderators, so if you do spot any answers, please destroy them as quickly as you can. And look, accidents happen, so don't worry too much, but let's not put them in the chat if we can avoid it. There are 4 rounds. There is the pixelated round where I've taken an image from a game, I've pixelated it, and you're going to try and guess what that game is. There is general knowledge. Obviously, I'm going to ask you questions, and there's answers. And then we've got the music round, of course, everyone's favorite, the music round, where I'll play music from 5 different video games, and you're going to guess what they are. And then the box art round at the end, where I've zoomed right in on a box art and hopefully, and sort of scanned across it slowly, and hopefully you can guess what it is. So yeah, that's the quiz. We will jump into round 1. No issue whatsoever. If at the end of it you want me to play the video again, we can do that. So yeah, I don't think I've missed anything. Let's crack on. So round 1, here we go. Okay. How was that, guys?
I think I got about 3 of those.
That is
Horrible.
ridiculously hard. Is that just me? Like, I think I knew 2 of them. I think, like,
It's way harder when you're when you're not a viewer. When you're actually participating, the pressure is insane.
Oh
I'll be
man,
happy with 2 off that round.
wow. Okay. So first of all, have you got 10 answers or at least 10 gaps? That would do as long as you got 10.
I've got 7 answers.
Does it help if do you want to watch it again? I have no issue whatsoever playing it again.
I'm all right. I think if I don't get it then, I won't get it now.
Yeah,
Now
I
I'm
think
good.
I'm good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I try. It's really weird. Some of those games are very hard to pixelate, by the way, because some of them aren't made up of many pixels in the first place. So it's interesting when you want to pixelate them. But yeah, okay, cool. So let's check in with the chat and see what people think they might have got. I did see some other people came in. Knots Gamer came in. Hello, sir. I saw someone saying they guessed about got a confidence 7. I saw someone say so. That was Stu Retro Gaming. He said he's got guessed all but confident in about 7. There we go.
Not bad.
Yeah, Alex, you start gamer says that was hard. Retro Bait says 5 maybe. Knots Gamer I think 6 or 7. So okay, so it was a fairly tough round then. Okay, that's interesting. It's really funny because when you're putting it together, you have no idea. Like to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that game. I'll just pixelate it and it's fine. And it just becomes that much tougher for someone to guess it. Defo 4 from Rock and Roll RC. Hello. Where's a retro chef? I'm sure he got all 10, didn't he? I assume. Excellent. Right. Well, we will find out, won't we, when we go back through. Cool. Right. So the next round is really easy. It's just going to be us sitting here asking some questions. So if you're all cool, we'll move on to the next round, shall we? Brilliant.
Right.
Let me bring up my general knowledge questions. Okay. So the first question is: the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world is a line from which game? I can read it again. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world is a line from which game? And the only thing I'll say is it's a very famous game. It's not like I'm not picking some obscure game that's from the catalog somewhere, because a line from a game can be quite difficult. I'm not that cruel. It's a very famous game. Question number 2. How many zones are there in the original 16-bit Sonic the Hedgehog? How many zones? You have to name them. You can just say how many are there. Okay, we're good with that one. Brilliant. Number 3 is a multiple choice question, so I will give you the options before you need to answer. Which beverage is heavily featured throughout the PS1 game Wipeout 2097? Is it Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Monster, or Red Bull? Which beverage is heavily featured throughout the PS1 game Wipeout 2097? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Monster, or Red Bull? Cool. Number 4. What is the name of the protagonist in the Ghouls and Ghosts series of games? Okay. Number 5. What was the sword-related name of the development kit for the Sega Dreamcast? What was the sword-related name of the development kit for the Sega Dreamcast? I love what Scott's just put here. The contestants' faces are so serious. This is serious business. Serious business. Okay, number 6. What was the last ever Zelda game to be released on the Nintendo Wii U? What was the last ever Zelda game to be released on the Nintendo Wii U? Number 7. Which 16-bit era game has each level start with doors creaking open and the words, I won't do the voice, let's go? Which 16-bit game has each level start with doors creaking open and the words, let's go? Try not to do the voice. Number 8. This is for the arcade people in the house. Number 8. What are the names of the 4 ghosts that chase Pac-Man? Oh no.
Is that 1.44? Or can I get a quarter of a point?
Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, I'll give you a point for each of them. Why not? Let's get crazy.
It'll be a quarter of a point each for them.
Okay, number 9. What does Tekken mean when translated? What's the word Tekken? I just addressed something in the chat because it's come up. So for question number 7, the question was, which 16-bit era game has each level start with the doors creaking open and the words "Let go"? Let's go. As Alex Tetley said, was it not the 8-bit version as well? I don't know, and the reason why I say I don't know is because I don't know if voice synthesizer. I don't know if they had the voice in it. So I know it definitely had the sound, but I'm not sure it had the voice. That's what I'll say for that. But definitely in the 16-bit version, that's what you would have actually heard on Audible. Let's go. You know. Cool. Right. So yes.
Question? What was the last
So
question?
number 9 was what does Tekken mean?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Right, and number 10, I like to have a special guest do our number 10 questions. So this time, this is our special guest for question number 10.
Hi, Martin. Thank you so much for asking me to come back on the quiz to ask a question, the YouTuber question. This is probably the closest I'll get to coming back on the quiz because after the way I performed on the first episode, I'm not fancying my chances of getting back to the final. However, my question to Gordon, Suk and Steve is this. Guys, what was the first ever game that you could use the Konami code in? So I want to know the first game that you could use the Konami code. Good luck.
There we go. So what
Can
was
you
the first?
translate that, please? I'm only joking.
Oh, brilliant. That's awesome. Yeah, so what was the first game you could use the Konami code in?
I'm going to be rivaling Ali on this. You know this.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We've still got 2 more rounds to go. Come on, this is.
That's what I'm worried about.
If you get worried, quickly go drink and come back. Just come back smashed, and then we can you can have that excuse. It's fine. Awesome. Right. So hopefully you've got 10 answers, or more than some have got multiple answers, but hopefully you've got 10 questions answered. Awesome. Right. Yeah. Let's have a look. See if let's see how people did in the chat. It's mostly laughing. People find it very good. I don't know if that counts as an answer there, Scott, but Tekken means second best to Virtual Fighter. Luckily, it's not the answer, so it's okay. I'll let that one slide. Although it would seem people agree that Virtua Fighter is better than Tekken. Well, I was more of a. What was everyone? Was everyone? I was much more of a 2D fighter. Like for me, Street Fighter is the.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, all day long.
Yeah,
Tekken
I never
2,
got on with
Tekken 2 was quite good. I thought I like Tekken 2.
Yeah.
Tekken 3 was the GOAT, wasn't it? Tekken 3 was class.
I liked I just couldn't get into like when you could start moving around the screen in more. I just lost it on that, you know. So I remember Bloody Raw was quite good on the GameCube. That's one I kind of liked because I just like transforming into something and, you know, tearing someone apart. But I tried to stick to 2D fighters if I've got a choice.
I'm glad Mortal Kombat course corrected and went back to 2D. I really wasn't a fan of the 3D outings.
Yeah, I've not looked into because aren't they like re-releasing Mortal Kombat 1 or something? It sounds like, is it like the
reboot of the soft reboot of the universe rather than a re-release of the original?
Yeah.
So this time Liu Kang plays the Raiden character, so he's like the demigod, and Raiden's the everyman type character this time.
Okay. Well, this sounds like this was another tough round because we've got Rob Taylor saying he maybe got 1 or 2. Pixel Plug 8 in that round, he reckons.
Retro Bait reckons some of them answers. That would be great. yeah. Because honestly, I reckon 2. If I'm lucky.
Oh, I'm with you there, mate. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Tough then.
Why do you always make them easier for when zombies on? When zombies on, honestly, like, I'm not surprised he gets so many questions right. They're easy. It's not funny.
I wish I knew. Like there was, I just put it together. I don't even think about how difficult it is. I just look at the questions and the video games and stuff. I wish I had a system, but it's just there is a clue to. I've never given this secret away, but I'll give this secret away to you guys. It doesn't help you now, I'm afraid. But if you watch my videos that I put out weeks before the quiz, it is highly likely that the games I feature in there are going to be in those videos. That's just a clue for future contestants to brush up on some of my previous content. You'll see clues for games in there, or sometimes looking over my shoulder is also a good thing because normally there's games on behind me that are in the quiz. What else did we get in here? So it doesn't help me out. I'm afraid it's probably a bit too late now.
I definitely saw some Midnight Resistance earlier. I don't know.
Well, you might have done, yeah. What have we got here? Tekken 2 was awesome. Martin, 2D fighters are much better. Yeah, I'm probably just more simple. I just prefer them.
I always liked Soul Calibur for 3D fighter. I thought that was groundbreaking.
That's definitely come up. Soul Calibur, yeah, Soul Calibur from Button Basher Gaming. No, look at Sega Zombie, 10 out of 10 for that round.
Yeah, so much easier with Google, isn't it?
He missed some of the first round, unfortunately. I'm sure, that would have been a full round. More love for Soul Calibur. Martin Reddy plays Spec in Never T999. Yeah. Well, technically, maybe there's a special. I want to do some specials towards Christmas. Maybe a micro special would be quite cool, where it's all Spectrum, Commodore, or Amstrad and things like that. That might be quite a cool little one. Although again, it's really hard to pixelate Spectrum games. Let me put it that way. They don't look any. I was going to say any better, but they don't look any worse either. They just look like what they were. So it's not a little dig there at the Spectrum, guys. Awesome. Right. So we're on to the lucky. If you thought the other 2 rounds were hard, guess what, everybody? It's time for the music round, which everyone loves for how easy it is to do this round. Right. So, you're going to hear 5 tracks. On the screen will be the console that game is for. So you don't have to look at the screen that much, but if you want a clue, obviously the console will be on the screen. Just good luck with it because it is tough. I'll give you one little clue. The second track, there is a change in the track. It actually happens mid-track. It's not the next song. It is how that song goes. So when you hear it, just know until the logo changes, it's still the same song, right? So 5 systems, 5 games, 5 songs. We can listen to it again and again, and I will play it now. So you all ready?
Yep.
Awesome. Let's go. What I love is that no one else can see your faces, yet I can see your faces on the screen. while it's playing.
Right. I've got 2 of them, I think. The other 3, gosh, no idea.
Yeah, Gordon, how you getting on?
0.
Okay. Steve,
Jeez, oh.
Maybe 2. Maybe 2.
you must have got the last one, Steve.
May have confused myself. I don't know.
The last one's awesome. I love the last one. I can listen to over and over again. It's an awesome one. The choice is there, guys. Do you want to listen to it again, just to see if it sparks anything in your minds?
I'm good, mate. Yeah.
Is this a case of just get the pain over and done with as quickly as possible? Is this like how do we keep this moving? Right, let's see how the chat's doing. Okay, right. Let's see. I thought this as well. So since Steve will get the Amiga one at the end. Well, we don't know. Alex said he got 1 out of 5. Pixel Plug got 1. It is a tough round anyway, guys. It really is. Beef's got 4 of them. Nice. That's very impressive. A solid 2 from Retrobait. Sega Zombie 3 out of 5. God, it must have been tough if Scott only got 3 of them. Rate's got an excellent. Oh dear. Maybe 1, and that's a big maybe. Maybe 3 from Knots Gamer. Geek Chick with a questionable 2. Button Basher 3 maybe. Last one I loved. Yeah, the last track is it's a banger of a track for an Amiga game for sure. Right. So yeah. Let's crack on then. Let's continue because we're into the next round, which is the box art round. So you're 100% sure you don't want to listen to the music round again. You're good, yeah? Okay, cool. We'll shall crack on then and go into the box art. So the box art round, again, I'll be zoomed in on a piece of box art. Of course, when it zooms in, it does distort a little bit, but I can't do much about that. But we're going to trace across the box art. So hopefully these are games you own, you've picked up, you'd have seen. There's nothing in there that's majorly obscure. They're all pretty well-known games. So hopefully you will see a bunch of them. Let's get rid of that comment first of all. Let's come back to this. Okay, so I'll play it again. Can play it again afterwards. So let's crack on and see how we go. Should have 10 answers by the end of this, okay? Right. How do you feel about that one?
Better.
I definitely.
Yeah,
I definitely.
a bit better.
Yeah, I definitely saw some more nodding and
I don't know about the other boys, but
Yeah?
I think I missed like 2 or 3.
Would you want to go again?
Yeah, we can go again because it is difficult because I know you guys obviously put your head down to write and then look up and it might change. So yeah, we can definitely run it again. So we'll do that. We'll jump straight into it. Yeah, and hopefully have 10 answers by the time we get to the end. So here we go. Right. How are we feeling now? We're a bit more happier. It's good.
Definitely a little bit better. Definitely.
Okay, good. What? How many do you think you got, Steve?
6, I think.
Nice.
Maybe 8. Maybe 8. I think a definite 6, but a couple of good guesses.
Nice, Luca.
8, I'm feeling confident on, but I don't trust
Nice.
my judgment. So
Nice, Gordon.
6 or 7.
Nice, awesome,
6 or 7.
brilliant stuff. Right, well, you've done it, guys. We've done the quiz. We've gone through it. Now you get to chill. The answers are locked in. Unless anyone wants to see a particular round, I have no problem with playing the pixelated round or the music round if you want to do it one more time. But if you're fairly locked in, then yeah, that's good. Oh, someone's let the dog out. Typical. Right. What's going on in the chat? I think we had a classic from Sega Zombie. I think he got 10 out of 10. I think. Of course, Pixel Plug got 7. At least we've had no chef in the chat tonight. Otherwise, I'm sure they've had 11 out of 10 and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, Not Gamer got 8 out of 10. Retrobate 7, 8. This people are feeling more confident in this round. 7 from Button Basher. Lots of love for the Sid music, of course. Ocean Loader. Got to get the Commodore 64 into each quiz somehow. So yeah, strong 5, but weak 6 or 7 from Rob Taylor. I've got one more than that of the music round. We've definitely got 2. Yeah, that's a good question. Good question, Sega Zombie. Where is Chef? Supposed to be my biggest supporter. Unbelievable. Shocking behavior from him. Right. Okay. So we will jump into the answers then, and let's see where we land with this. I will try and keep the score going as well, but obviously mark it yourself as well as we go, and then we can make sure we agree at the end. So for round 1, Gordon, I come to you first. Round 1, picture 1. What did you think it was?
No idea, but I guessed it was Fantasy Zone.
Okay.
That's what I guessed as well. Yeah, I guess Fantasy Zone.
Steve?
Yeah, I said Fantasy Zone.
It was indeed. There we go. We're off to the races. We've got one going. 1 point to everybody for Fantasy Zone. Right. Retro Crisis. Suka, what did you get for number 2?
I didn't get this one. I just wrote Ghosts and Goblins, but I didn't know what this one was.
Yeah, Gordon?
Nope, I didn't get it.
Steve?
Nothing.
Is anyone a PC Engine fan? It's a PC Engine game. It's called Ninja Spirit on the PC Engine. Quite a popular game there.
I played that as well. I should have got that. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Right. Number 3. This is a good one. I'm going to come to you on this one, Steve. Surely you got number 3.
Syndicate.
Suka?
No. I didn't know what this one was. So.
I put Syndicate Wars. I thought it was a PlayStation 1 game, but obviously it's not.
I will take Syndicate. That's okay, because obviously very similar HUD layout, and you got it. So on these ones, I'm fairly, as long as we're in the same ballpark, which it's a Syndicate game. So yeah, well done guys for getting that one. So that was Steve and Gordon. Right, number 4. Let's go to Suka this time. What did you get for number 4?
Was that Knights on the Saturn?
Gordon, what do you think it was?
Okay. Nights and Dreams, yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, Nights in the Dreams, yeah.
Excellent, guys. Well done. Everyone got that one right. My son thought it might be Sonic. He got a bit tricked by the rings, I think. He was like, oh, there's rings there. So, yeah, that was it. Right. Number 5. Steve, I come to you on number 5. What did you get for number 5?
I'm pretty sure it's not right, but I thought it was Mario 64.
Gordon?
Sunshine, isn't it?
Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, so yes, Suka and Gordon, correct. It was Mario Sunshine, yeah. Yeah.
Rubbish.
Right, number 6. To trick you off. This is one that was hard to pixelate because it looks pretty much the same when you pixelate it to what it looks like in real life. So anyone, Gordon, do you want to get for number 6?
No, I didn't know. I don't know. Maniac Mansion. I have no idea.
Cool. Suka?
No idea.
I could be wrong. I just wrote Tempest.
Okay. Steve, any good?
I mean, I know it's wrong. It looked Spectrum and I thought Jet Set Willy, but it didn't.
Okay, yeah. So it was Spectrum and it was Attic Attack, which I believe is Sega Zombie's favourite game, I believe.
Wow.
So no one got a point there.
Why not pick my favourite? Why are you picking Zombie's favourite game? Why not pick my favourite game? What joke?
I wonder Scott. Hopefully Scott did get that right. I imagine he kind of got that wrong, but oh look, Rach said she put Tempest as well. So yeah, you got some people that were doing the same sort of guesses. So yeah.
You don't get great games on the Spectrum beats. You should know that.
Right, number 7. Number 7. Gordon, what'd you get for number 7?
Silent Hill.
Okay, Suka.
I wrote Resident Evil, but I know it's wrong.
Yeah, Steve.
I'll put Silent Hill.
Yeah, so Steve, Gordon, correct with Silent Hill, and you know Resident Evil was a perfectly good guess because they look very similar in that respect. So, but unfortunately, yes, it was Silent Hill. So that's a point there, and a point there. Okay, right. This one would definitely help you if you've watched a recent video of mine, but we'll see. This doesn't point out whether you do or don't watch my content, by the way. It's not a trick. It's not. I'm not setting anyone up for a trap or anything. But number 8. Did anyone get number 8? Gordon, I'll come to you. What'd you get for number 8?
Nothing. Nada.
Okay. What'd you get, Suka?
I wrote Salamander, but it's definitely not.
It's a good guess. It's a good guess, Steve.
Nothing for me.
Okay, it's an NES game called Burai Fighter. Burai Fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's fighting the big snake thing. It's actually on the sticker art as well of the game on the cartridge. So yes,
there's a giant snake on the cover. It's Salamander as well. So
exactly. No, it's a great guess. The salamander is an excellent guess, I think. Right, number 9. Steve, I come to you for number 9. What did you get for number 9?
I believe it was Mission Impossible.
Okay, Suka.
I don't know. I wrote Zillion, but it's probably wrong.
Okay, Gordon.
Nothing for me.
Okay,
Again.
yes, it was indeed Mission Impossible. Stay for a while, stay forever. Okay, number 10. Suka, I come to you on number 10.
If funnily enough, if I've got this right, I kind of had a feeling this was going to come up in the quiz. It's not Dynamite Heady, is it?
Okay, well, I can't tell you just yet, but that's a good guess. Gordon?
Yeah, that's what I got. Down my head.
Steve?
I put Soccer Kid. I thought it was an Amiga platformer. It looked like an Amiga platformer.
I can see where you're going with that.
It looked like Soccer Kid.
Yeah, I can see where you're going, but it was Dynamite Heady. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, decent. That.
You had a bit of telepathy going there, Suka, or something. What made you think it was going to appear on the quiz?
I don't know. Maybe I just watched a few of your previous videos. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there we go. Subliminal messaging was in there.
It's one of my favourite games ever on the Mega Drive. I love that game so much. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I can't think. I mean, I definitely know it and I've played it. I definitely haven't completed it. I haven't gone all the way through to the end on it. But it is a good game.
Still cheap at the moment as well.
Yeah, I think. I don't think it's an expensive game at all. Cool. So if we look in the chat, I love this. Sega Zombie got 6 out of 10, but he missed the first 4 questions. So I think he's proclaiming a 10 out of 10 maybe there. Star Gamer got 4. Geek Chick got 3. Not Gamer got 6. Stu Retro Gamer got 5. 5 Pixel Plug Retro got 5. Right, so if we look at the actual scores over here, Gordon, I've got you with 6.
That's what I've got.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steve, I've got you with 5.
Yep.
And Suka, I've got you with 4.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got.
I got question 1, 4.
Oh, sorry,
5.
I got number 2 wrong. Yep, sorry, my mistake. Yep, I didn't count. Yep, 4. Yep.
Cool. Brilliant. Awesome. Right, let's close this one down. So it's still a very tight race and after the first round, which is good. So we're going to jump into the general knowledge round. Okay, so general knowledge. The first question was, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world is a line from which game? Steve, I come to you first.
Complete guess at GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. Suka?
No idea. I just wrote Uncharted.
Gordon?
It's Half-Life 2.
It is. Oh man, that's someone actually got it correct. Yeah, Gordon got it correct with Half-Life 2. Well done.
Yeah, because his name's Gordon as well, isn't it? And Half-Life, his name's Gordon. So
Yeah, absolutely. And those are always hard. I do always try and pick one from some game, but some of them are easy, some of them are easier than others. I think I did the was it the Halo one last time and others. So yeah, but, it is a tough question for sure. Probably shouldn't kick off with a tough question. Right, how many zones are in the original 16-bit Sonic the Hedgehog game? Suka, I'll come to you.
Green Hill, Marble, Labyrinth, Spring Yard, Starlight, Scrap Brain. 6 zones.
Nice. Steve?
I put 7 because I thought the last level was the final zone.
Oh no.
So I put 7.
All right, Gordon?
I put 6.
Okay, so the answer I have is 6, but we could take this to some sort of adjudication to find out.
I mean, I'm sure when you start the final, it says final zone, and it's not really a. I don't know.
It's just a boss battle, isn't it? But it is called Final Zone. You're absolutely right.
Okay. I think we should just give everyone a point then, because the official answer I have is 6. But I could argue that if it's called the final zone, then that's a zone. So
it is.
That would be. I feel like that would be unfair.
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel like that would be unfair to take a point away. So yeah, we'll go with that. Everyone got that correct then. We'll wait for Sega Zombie to correct everybody because I'm sure he will. I'm trying to die then. Final zone is the boss, so technically 7. Yeah, so I think we'll accept also because my official answer is 6 from the materials that I have, but I will accept the fact that is, if it's called a zone, then I can't miss you for counting it. So absolutely right. Steve, I come to you on this one. Which beverage is heavily featured throughout the PS1 game Wipeout 2097? Was it Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Monster, or Red Bull?
A bit of a guess at Red Bull because it's not a game I've played that much.
Okay, Suka?
I guess Red Bull as well.
Gordon?
Yeah, I've gone Red Bull.
You are all correct. It is indeed Red Bull. I think the trick there is they've put Monster in. I think obviously Monster wasn't around when that game was out, and I don't think it would have been Pepsi or Cola. It's just not. I can't see that being branded on there. So yes, absolutely brilliant, great. Right, the next one is what is the name of the protagonist in the Ghouls and Ghosts series of games? And I think when I asked this, every single one of you went, "Oh God!" Like as if you knew it, as if like you knew it but didn't. It's one of those things where you think, "I should definitely know this." How many times have I played some version of Ghouls and Ghosts? Gordon, I come to you first.
I put Arthur. I don't know if I had a second name or not. I just put Arthur, Sir Arthur.
Okay, Suka.
I wrote Arthur as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, Alpha.
Well done. Absolutely correct. Arthur is his name. Yes. Brilliant stuff. They were saying it in the chat. Yeah, technically 7. Yeah, so yeah, I think we did the right thing on that. Just give everyone a point. I don't think it's worth taking it away for that, definitely. Right. 29/7 was with Firestar. Yes, it was. Yeah, there's some great music in that game. I remember when that game came out on the PlayStation, it was amazing. It played so well, so fast, so ridiculous. I haven't played. Has anyone played Wipeout on VR?
Oh, amazing! So good.
Yeah.
Makes me sick. Yeah, I love it.
Has anyone played it on the Vectrex? It's actually called Wire Out.
Oh wow, really?
It's not that good. It's not that good. It's not that
good. Okay. I have desperately want to get hold of a Vectrex. One has popped up locally, but it's £500 with some bits and pieces. I'm like, no.
Those screens on the Vectrex, oh my gosh! If you can get one in good condition, they're beautiful. Just their response rate.
Yeah, they are fantastic looking machines, and every time I get to play on one, I'm lucky I've played in a number of places. I come away going, I've got to own one. They're just so cool. And I believe the sort of homebrew sort of scene for it's still quite strong. So there's loads of new games coming out, and they're just like you say, if you can get one with a good screen, they look amazing. They're just such a cool system. Oh dear, I think they sold for like £100 when they first came out. Saying didn't they? They were like so cheap back in the day.
Wars were giving them away for like 40 quid at one point.
Oh jeez. Well, that's the hope that it means there's lots of them out there somewhere. Just someone hasn't got it out of their loft or whatever. So hopefully I'll get one day. Right, the next one was okay. Yes. So, what was the sword-related name of the development kit for the Sega Dreamcast? Gordon, I come to you on this one. Sega Dreamcast.
I didn't know. I guessed that Katana.
Okay, Suka.
Katana's what I got. Yeah.
Steve.
I guessed a Samurai.
Okay, it was Katana.
Oh,
well done. Good job indeed.
Easel.
Yeah. Well, you're not a million miles away with with the other types of swords, but yeah. Awesome. Right, number 6. Steve, I come to you this one. What was the last ever Zelda game to be released on the Nintendo Wii U?
I mean, I still had swords in my head, and I went 4 swords, but I'm sure it was a Wii game, to be honest. Complete guess.
The answer to this question is interesting because I don't know how many people would know this, but yeah, go on, Suka. What did you have for this?
The last one on the Wii U, Breath of the Wild.
Gordon?
What?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it snuck out, didn't it? Yeah, it snuck out on the Wii U at the same time it released on the Switch.
What a joke. I'm sure it was like the last game released, or after them.
Yeah, I think it is.
Before them homebrews. And I was going to get it and just keep it sealed because it's the sort of thing that everyone would have got it on Switch. I should have known that. That is so.
I think it is still. I don't think it's one of the really, really expensive. I think it's actually quite an expensive game on this, or it hasn't lost its value or whatever on the Wii U. It's still.
Zelda games don't really lose value anyway.
The last game. Yeah, I think it plays, but I don't know if it uses. I've not played it. I wonder if it uses the obviously the handheld much, like obviously how the Wii U works. I don't know how much it uses the what's the pad called, the Wii U pad, whatever it is.
I wonder if it has the gyro. If it uses the gyro and the Wii U
Yeah.
pad, same as the
Yeah.
Switch. Then.
We should ask. Where's
I
our
didn't
Wii
get
Star?
that. Oh,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I
Forgot
thought it's kind of a tricky. It's a trick question, isn't it? Because you wouldn't think obviously Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild
That's
came
right,
out. You'd go
I've got
from the
it.
previous ones.
I'm not a Zelda fan really, but I've got it. Oh, joke. Should have got that one.
There we go. Alex says it plays well on the Wii U, as Alex has a full Wii U set, I believe. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I knew it might catch someone out because it's just not always knowing these things. Right, this one you'll get this one, Steve. Surely you'll get this one. Which 16-bit era game has the level start with the doors creaking open and the words "Let's go"?
I tell you what, right? My first answer, was Castlevania. No word of a lie. I was like,
Oh,
Castlevania. But then I thought, now wait a minute, it's Lemmings.
it is Lemmings.
Went with that.
Sequel. Yeah, everyone get it.
And the
Yeah.
Lemmings out.
When I read it, the way it reads, the doors creaking open, I'm thinking, oh, is everyone going to think of like Resident Evil
Resident
or something
Evil,
like
yeah.
that, those sorts of games? But although Resident Evil would be amazing if the doors opened and it went, let's go, and you ran out and shot zombies and stuff. But yeah, Lemmings is awesome. Yeah. Anyway, everyone fans of Lemmings, all played Lemmings? I played it a ton when I was a kid.
Like years ago.
Yeah. Played it first on the Acorn, I think, back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't realize because to me it's always been an Amiga game. One, because of mouse. I could never play one of those games without a mouse. I know you can get it on the Mega Drive and everything else, but how the hell you play
It
it?
definitely got Game Gear release as well, so I imagine.
Yeah, I didn't realize it got it was out on Commodore 64, for instance, and Spectrum and other. I didn't realize it was also a 8-bit micro game. It's always been an Amiga game to me. Yeah. I really liked the Lemmings 2 Tribes as well. I liked it when they got like loads of characters and they had loads of different moves. I really enjoyed that back in the day. But good games. Although according to Scott, Lemmings bored him. 8-bit Rach, yeah. Put Castlevania. Yeah, the door. I thought the doors creaking bit it could get you to think of a lot of different games. To be honest, awesome. Right, next question. Actually, what did I do there? Yeah, we all got Lemmings, didn't we? So I tick across everybody. Brilliant. Number 8. What are the names of the 4 ghosts that chase Pac-Man? And I believe we did a deal of a point of name, so this could be a big scorer. So, Gordon, it's actually Suk. I'll come to you first. 4 names for Pac-Man.
Well, it's obviously John, Paul, Ringo, and George, right?
Absolutely.
I think 4 points.
Gordon, what was your 4 names?
Well, I can remember like 3 of them, but I couldn't remember the 4. It's Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and then I think it was a normal name like Dave or something. I can't remember. It was 3 rhyming names, then a random name.
Okay,
I can't remember them.
Steve, what'd you get?
It's Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde.
Yeah, absolutely. I love you're absolutely right. It was the one normal name, but it wasn't Dave. Although Dave would have been a great name for him, to be honest. If in doubt, call it Dave. But yes, Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. So you may have. Let me put some numbers in here so I remember. So Steve got all 4 of them. Got 3 of them. There we go. That's going to help. Oh look, he showed up. Here we go. Even hope everyone is good. I was out for tea. Still managed to get all the questions right. Too late, chef. You know we've banned you from the show. You weren't here when we started. Lots of people talk about Lemmings. Yeah, I like Lemmings Tribes. I've got it in the box. I've got all of Lemmings games, to be honest, but they're all good. 3D Lemmings. I couldn't get on with 3D Lemmings. There's a theme here. I like 2D games. Once it starts messing with 3D, I didn't get on with when they first go into the 3D games, like Mario 64, like jumping distances in old 3D games is almost impossible. You can never judge how far things are away from you in those games. So I tend to stick with 2D stuff. Right, see, Steve will get these. Yeah, he did indeed. Clyde, aka also known as Dave, by his mate Clyde the Sum. Yeah. Oh, that's a very nice comment. Look at that. Some great tubers on tonight. To that point, everyone's channels are in the description below. So hopefully everyone is following, subscribing, and all that to all the guys below. The channels are all linked in there. Right. Number 9 was, what does Tekken mean? Suka, I'll come to you. What does Tekken mean?
I want to say like Iron Fist or something.
Okay. Gordon, Tekken?
It's going to annoy me because I feel like I should know it, but I didn't. I put King of Iron Fist.
King of Iron Fist. Steve?
No idea.
I'm inclined to give Gordon the point as well on this. It is Iron Fist. That's what it stands for. So, King of Iron Fist. I think I'm going to give you that one, Gordon, on that. I do like that your notebook is like a huge tome. I feel like you're
I've got nothing to lean on.
the camera makes it very deceivingly huge. It's like
It's the answer book, isn't it? He's got the answer book.
It's Martin's book.
There we go. Right, and the last question was from Retro Bait. So the question he asked was, what was the first game to use the Konami code? So Gordon, what did you get for that?
I didn't know. I just guessed Contra.
Contra. Steve?
I too guessed Contra, but I don't think it's right.
Okay. Suka?
All right, Gradius.
Gradius. Well, let's go to the man himself and find out what the answer is. Looks like it's like a proper TV show. Like,
So guys, I guess you're after the answer to my question. So, just a reminder, in which video game was the Konami code first ever used? Yeah, I was never going to ask something easy like, what is the Konami code? Because everyone knows that. But the first game it was ever used in was Gradius. So, well done if you got that question correct.
There we go. It was indeed Gradius. Well, Contra was a very good guess, though. That's a great shout. Right, so this is where I have to do a bit of simple math here because I can't use my tick boxes because for one of these. So Gordon, I got you as getting 11 points.
Because
you got you got 3.
I lost Gradius and Dave.
Yeah.
I lost them.
So there was a max. Yeah. So that's correct. With you, Steve, I got you as getting 8 points.
Yep.
And Suka, I got you down as having 8 points. Brilliant. Awesome. There we go. So let me just change that to 11, 8, 8. Okay. It's still very close, guys. Still very close. Okay. Round 3. Good. Make sure I've actually got the answers, otherwise you could say anything. Right. Okay. Right. Number 1 in the music round. It was a Master System game. Suka, did you get what Master System game it was?
One of my favourites is it Master of Darkness.
Okay, Gordon.
Nothing. New plus.
No, I'll put the Ninja. That was the only thing. I don't play Master System.
It is indeed the Master of Darkness, a game that I don't own, but really, really want to get it. Like, it's a brilliant game. I played it not too long ago. It's the first. I didn't know it existed, but if you like Castlevanias and stuff like that, then it's right up that street. And it was so cool when I played it. But it's quite an expensive game. I'm only going to pick up the cart. That's all I'm going to get. But even then, it's like a 40, 50 pound cart. I think it's not a cheap game at all. So yeah, brilliantly well done there, Suka. Master of Darkness. Okay, Gordon. Number 2. It was a PS1 game. It had that kind of change in the middle of the track. Do you know what the game was?
I don't. I get no answers for this except for number 4, and that was a guess. So nothing for number 2.
Anything?
I'm terrible at this.
Steve, anything for number 2?
I put Bloody Raw. Complete guess.
Raw. It's not a bad guess. Suka?
I didn't even bother guessing, mate. I had no idea.
Okay. It's actually come up in conversation a few times. It's even been in the quiz. It was Tekken. It was Tekken. It was the original
so
Tekken.
close to putting that in. I came so close to putting it in. Ridiculous.
What's the original Tekken? on PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I haven't played in that series.
Yeah. I had to check it because when I was doing the track, it does that kind of weird change. But when you watch the intro movie of the game, that's actually what has it plays through. I think it's going from like Yoshimitsu in the forest to then an industrial area and stuff, and it's got that kind of almost like just immediate switch up in the track. So, but yeah, that was it. Yes, Tekken. Right, number 3, Steve. I come to you. This was an NES game. I think hopefully most people would have got this one. Number 3, Steve.
I believe it's Mega Man.
Okay, Suka.
I got Mega Man as well.
Gordon.
Nothing.
Yeah. So yes, indeed, it was Mega Man. We'll give point there and a point there. Right, how's the chat going? Still people talking. Oh, OSG's here. Hello, OSG. Martin's like a proper game show host. Well, mate, I'll take that as a compliment. Absolutely. I'll. Of course. Yes. Not one of those ones from the 80s. They're very dodgy at this point. I don't want to be one of those guys. Right, number 4. This is a tough one. This is definitely a tough one. Unless you're a big Dreamcast fan, I'm not sure you'll get this. But yeah, let's go to Suka first. Number 4 was a Dreamcast game. Any idea what it was?
That was rough. Soul Calibur. No idea, mate.
Calibur. Gordon.
I guess Soul Calibur. It's the only guess I got. Soul Calibur.
Okay, Steve.
I thought it was Code Veronica, but
A tough one. It was a Blue Stinger on the Dreamcast.
Wouldn't have got that.
It's a really tough one. I only picked that one because I was looking at like sort of not hidden gems, but like a sort of top 10 hidden gems kind of games, and this one came up. Like a lot of people seem to love this game an awful lot. I've not played it, but it's I think it's like it's a bit like a Resident Evil type game. It's a tank controls adventure hunting game or whatever, you know. But yeah, I didn't know if anyone would get that one. It is quite a tough one. Right, number 5. Everyone, come on, number 5 is awesome. It was an Amiga game. Well, for me, I guess I'm saying it's for me. It's awesome. Number 5 is an Amiga game. Gordon, what did you get for number 5? No, Suka.
Nada.
It's obviously the video game adaptation of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right?
Well, it's got fast cars in it for sure. Yeah, Steve, anything you got on that one?
I mean, do we have to say what? I mean, it's a Lotus game.
Yeah, I'm happy if you're saying.
I mean, I thought it was Lotus 3. That's what I thought it was. I don't think it was the original one, was it?
It's not the original one. It's the one in the middle. The what? There we go. Yeah.
I knew it was Lotus 1. I thought it was Lotus 3.
Yeah, no, it's Lotus Turbo Challenge 2 on the Amiga, which is awesome.
I'm getting that though, right? I'm getting that.
Yeah, you're definitely getting that. Yeah, I won't take it off you. You knew what it was. I'm not going to take that away from you. That's for sure. Right. So in that round, that was a tough round. Suka, I've got you down as 2. Steve, I've got you down as 2. And Gordon, you got Mega Man, right? Didn't you?
No, I got 0.
You got 0. Okay. I wasn't sure. Yes, you got 0. Okay. Oh, it's still very close then. So this is going to be a big decider in this round. Then let's have a look how the chat did. Lots of Lotus 2 being shouted about. Geek Chick got 1 right. Well done. The music round is super tough. If you get 1, you've done all right. The music round is a super tough one. It's a tough game. Yeah. Lotus 2, Ferris Bueller, Lotus 2. Oh, Nerdy Geezer's in the house. Hello, sir. Yeah, they do have banging tracks. The Lotus games are awesome. Oh my god, hang on, what's this? Oh my god, I got 4 out of 5 on the music. When he says that's got to be a first, Scott, are you saying it's the first time you've dropped a point? Or yeah. Never dropped a point before in the round. There's always a first. But 4 out of 5 is obviously, that's amazing. Which one did you get wrong? Did you get the Blue Stinger one right? That would be wrong. That would be the one I'd guess, because I think the others he would definitely know. Right, so let's jump into the last round then. I think you guys felt fairly good about, which is nice. We'll end strong. Okay. Right, number one. Gordon, I come to you. It was a yeah. What did you have for number one?
1080 snowboarding.
Suka.
Same.
Yeah, Steve.
1080 snowboarding.
Absolutely, 1080. Again, if you watched my Retro Realm pickups video, I picked this game up from Scott's shop. So that's why it featured in it. Which that might be a theme again of what's in this box art round. Right, the second one. Steve, what do you get for the second one?
It's a bit of a guess at Metal Slug. It looked like Metal Slug.
Tough. It was a tough one, this, because it is the entire box art. But yeah, Steve, what did you get?
Metal Slug. I put.
Sorry, Steve. Suka, what did you get? Sorry.
Oh gosh, I just wrote Alien Storm. I have no idea, mate.
Okay, Gordon.
Black.
Yes, well done, Gordon. It was indeed black. So it's the muzzle of the machine gun sort of smashing through a window, and that's pretty much the entire box art is just that. And it's got obviously the word black written across it in sort of big bold letters. So it's quite hard to pick a point where I couldn't just show off. So I sort of showed off the top of the letters and then the gun. But yeah, it's a great answer. That was indeed black on the PS2. Yes. Scott saying, yeah, he did notice that. Yeah, Scott, you might see a few things that come from the shop for sure. Right, number three. Gordon, I'll come to you first on number three. What did you get for that?
Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale, Suka,
Chip and Dale.
Steve.
Chip and Dale. Looks like Chip and Dave, but it's definitely Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dave. Absolutely, it was Chip and Dave, the Rescue Rangers. Yes, brilliant stuff. Right, again, number four was also another pickup from the Retro Realm. Actually, yeah, so actually, I picked up Chip and Dale as well whilst I was there. So let's go to you, Suka. What did you get for number four?
Lethal Enforcers.
Lethal Enforcers. Steve.
I had Cobra.
Cobra. Gordon.
I had Powerblade.
Powerblade. The clue is right at the very end. I just go onto the blue gun. I just about get it into frame. So yes, it was indeed Lethal Enforcers with the Justifier gun. So yes. Okay. Right. The next one. Steve, what'd you get for number five?
Golf.
Yep. Suka.
Golf.
Golf. Mario Golf on the GameCube, on the Game Boy. Sorry. Nice and simple. This is a tough one. I think this is a tough one. Although one of my favorite games on the system. Yeah. What did you get for number six, Steve? What did you get for number six?
I got Moon Patrol.
Moon Patrol. Gordon.
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster. Suka.
I didn't even guess this one. No idea, mate.
It was indeed Moon Patrol on the 2600. Yeah. Really good game. I really like Moon Patrol.
Yeah, don't know much about Harley.
Yes, I mean it's as old school as it gets, really, isn't it? But a good game on the system, plays very well. Right, number seven. Suk, I'll come to you first. What did you get on number seven?
Fantasy Star on the Master System.
Fantasy Star on the Master System. Gordon.
Fantasy Star.
Yeah, Steve.
Fantasy Star.
Indeed, it was. The difficult thing with Master System games is because they all have that sort of grid system. That's a very, immediately that it's a Master System game. One, the art style is always the same, and that sort of the format is always the same on the boxes. It's a very clever piece of marketing they've done with that. But yeah, I didn't know how many people did. Anyone play Fantasy Star on game? Yeah. Yeah, I never got
a compilation.
Yeah, I never got into like the Fantasy Star Online stuff and that. I never really saw. I think you can still play that game. I think it's still going in some ways. People are still hosting servers for it and stuff. Right, number 8. Gordon, I'll come to you on this one. Number 8. What did you get for number 8?
Resident Evil Survivor.
Resident Evil Survivor. Steve.
Yeah, same. Resident Evil Survivor.
Duca.
Oh, same.
Resident Evil Survivor. Yes, absolutely. Again, gives it just just the colours, and I mean, obviously, it did. You sort of catch bits of it as well, but I'm loving all light gun games at the moment. I'm playing. I have that TV there behind me now. Is got every system with every light gun that I've got. The only thing I want to get hold of is a super scope. I haven't got a super scope yet, so I do want to get hold of those. And then, especially for the PlayStation, playing light gun games on the PlayStation is really cool. And Resident Evil Survivor is one of the ones I picked up recently. So. Okay, this one is. I think this one should be all right. Suka, what'd you get for number 9?
Theme park.
Theme park. Gordon.
Theme park.
Steve.
Theme park.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Theme Park. It's on the wrong system. That's the box art from the SNES. Theme Park is a mouse game. It should only ever be played with a mouse. So it should have had it from something else, but it is indeed Theme Park on the Super Nintendo. So that's excellent. That is a point across the board. And then number 10. I think number 10 should be easy. Steve, what did you get for number 10?
Virtual Fighter.
Virtual Fighter. Suka.
Virtual Fighter.
Gordon.
Yeah,
there we go. We finish off with a point across the board. Excellent stuff. Well done. Right. So I'll just check this round and then we'll do some total scores. So, Gordon, I got you with 8 on that round.
Yeah.
Steve, I got you with 8 on that round. And Suka, I got you with 8 on that round. There we go. 8 across the boards. You just got different ones wrong. As a 3, you got all of them correct, which is nice. Right, brilliant. Okay, let's quickly check into the chat, and then we can reveal. We'll do the big reveal. What have we got going on? And man, the chat goes so fast when you're doing things. Lots of people talking about Chip and Dave. or now Chaz and Dave, they could be rabbit. The blue gun, absolutely. Yeah, I left the blue gun in there just for a little tease. Often when I do these things, I try and leave either the first second or the last second as like a clue, like to what it could be. Like what could I show on the box that gives something away?
I mean, I could have done with that advice before we started, but
well, then it wouldn't be like a little hidden thing, you know. It wouldn't be. That's why I said like there's TVs on behind me with various games going on and stuff. You know, it's all stuff in. If you watch the Retro Realm pickups, you'd seen stuff in there. Cracking games going on. Theme Park World. So what we got? Alex said he got 9 out of 10. That's pretty damn good. Take a zombie, of course. Got 10 out of 10.
I should have got Lethal Enforcer, but I would never have got Black. That's a pucker answer.
Yeah, it was a great shout. I didn't give too much away on that because to get that you really need to know, because I think there's another cover. I think the US cover is just bullets. It's just like big pile of like ammo shells, I think, while the European was the gun. But yeah, I mean, Scott does see these box arts quite a lot, so as obviously these things come into the shop and stuff, so he normally does pretty good in this realm and this one. Lots Gamer got 8, even Retrobate got 8. Nice.
Lovely.
Button Basher Gaming got 7 out of 10. Geek Chick got 5. Pixel Plug got 9. Got 3 out of 35. I've even written an answer of question 36. This is like 8-bit rage. She found the secret question, which is question number 36. I don't know what that question is, but do let us know what you think the question was, Rach. That would be great to hear. Right, so let's do this. Let's go with I can't do a drum roll. I haven't got anything to do a drum roll with. So in last place, unfortunately, Suka, I've got you with 22 points in last place. Of course, when I reveal the next person, we'll know who won today. But in next, I have Steve with 23 points. And then the winner today with 25 points. It was very close. There was only a couple of points in it. Was Gordon with 25 points. Well done.
Well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. So I think we started off with a slight. You guys were pretty worried in the beginning, but it looks like the points racked up towards the end, because that does put you in pretty good stead, I think, for the table. if I have a quick, let's have a quick. Where is the table? Let me bring up the table.
It was that damn Pac-Man question, I tell you.
Yeah, so this is push. Unfortunately, poor Retrobait, Gashead Steve, and 16 Bits and Bobs are about to be pushed way down the table. So you guys are going to go in, and this puts you, Gordon. This puts you joint second place.
Oh, wow.
With Pete on a retro tip and Knots Gamer, you were both on 25 points. So yeah, 25 was a very respectable. Well, they're all very respectable scores because it'll put. Yeah, all in mid-table, pushing everyone else down. So that's very, very nice indeed. Awesome. Did you guys enjoy that?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome, good stuff.
Sweating buckets there,
yeah. Was it hard? Well, I guess it was maybe a bit harder than maybe you thought. I don't know. It felt like hopefully I strike a balance across the whole quiz. Some bits are going to be tough and some bits easier.
I think you did a great job. Yeah,
it was definitely hard. I thought it was one of the hardest ones I've ever seen, in my opinion.
I definitely had you guys on the ropes in the first round. I felt like I did that first round. I was like, "Oh crap, I've gone too hard on this."
That's good though.
It's the music round. The music round is horrible. Hate it.
Yeah, the music round is pretty tough. We've got total scores coming in here, so let's have a look what we've got here. So obviously we know Rach got 3 out of 35. We've got I don't know if that's a real score, if she's saying that or not, but we've got Stewie Retro Gaming with 23. Pixel Plug on 26. That's very, very good. Geek Chick with 15 is pretty good. I mean, you know, put you on the table for sure. You start game with 18. Of course, Sega Zombie with 33 out of 35. Very, very good. I know it would have been because we had the ghost score in there. What would the maximum score have been? It would normally been 35, 38. Yeah, it would have been 38. So still 33 out of 38. It's still a pretty darn good score. Knots Gamer 25, Button Basher for 22. Rob Taylor got 6. Hey man, you know, this sounds like this was a tough one. So any answers, as long as you come out with 0, any answers gets you on the board. Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the end of the year yet. Once we get the table filled out with some people, we might do some, you know, winners rounds and do some sort of, you know, maybe a mini tournament or something. But do some stuff. But I'm just enjoying doing it at the moment and getting people onto the quiz. So if anyone in the chat, if you're interested in joining the quiz, let me know. Either put in the chat now and I'll write your name down. Ping me on Instagram or on Facebook. There is the retro quiz group on Facebook. Join that group and let me know you want to do it. Everyone is welcome. And yeah, hopefully you've seen that it's not too daunting. You just get in and have a laugh. And you will definitely get at least one right. That's for sure. Yes, I will quickly go around. Tell me what you're up to, guys, and tell everyone else what you're up to. Like I said, everyone's channels are all below. Gordon, what have you got going on in your world?
Well, at the moment, a couple of the guys are playing through. We're doing like a game club kind of thing, so we're playing through Fire Shark at the moment. So everyone's having a blast at Fire Shark, and it's been good fun. It's tough.
Yeah,
it's really tough. Yeah.
Are you working on any sort of video content and stuff at the moment?
No, I'll do my pickups next week probably, and then I was voted for YouTuber of the month this month. So
awesome!
I don't think I'm not much chance going for that, but that was good fun as well.
I think every single person in the chat right now should go and vote for Gordon to be. Unless there's no, let me just check on they've been biased. Is anyone else in the chat? Is anyone else on the call up for YouTube for the month? Good. We should all definitely go and vote for Gordon. And instantly alienate someone on the call and they go, "Oh, I'm up for it as well." But yeah, definitely. Good luck with that, mate. I lost to. I was up for it for a long, long time ago, and I was up against 8-Bit Rach, who's in the chat. And I believe Rach, no, I can't remember who I was up against. I think Rach might have nominated me actually. But anyway, actually, no, I lost against Super Nintendo, which I think's fair. You know, he's a way better tuber than me. So, yeah, awesome stuff. Suko, what are you up to?
Yeah, so making more videos about emulation. So my channel's mostly focused on emulation guides for beginners and a few more kind of advanced kind of tips. yeah, I'm enjoying that, and so are my subscribers. Very grateful for everyone that visits the channel. And also, a little while ago, I did an interview with Kerry Washington. I mean, sorry, not Kerry Washington, Kerry Hoskins, who played Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy and 4. So check that video out, and yeah, having a good time. And also going to need to brush up on my knowledge so I can come back for the Losers Championship whenever that happens, Martin.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I was thinking even maybe at the end of the year we could do like a big quiz, like have more than 3 guests on. Maybe we have 10 guests on or something. You know, we push the stream to its limit and have like a proper, and it's like a knockout round sort of thing. Like every time you get questions wrong, you start getting knocked out. And so that might be quite good fun to do. So I'd like to mix formats up a little bit. Maybe we'll do different genres. You know, I was talking about the micros one, because some people, you know, they've really got into console gaming, they're really stuck with the sort of the micros pieces and stuff like that. So we might do some bits and pieces to mix it up. But yeah, so the interview stuff, that sounds really cool. Is that something you're going to be doing more of? Are you
So I've done mostly, to begin with, I did interviews with YouTubers. So I've had like Paul on, I've had Rob, Chef Spin on, and then I can transition into interviewing developers like RetroArch developers. RetroArch,
nice.
the emulator platform that you might be familiar with. And then I got really lucky to get Kerry on, and there's a few other people in the pipeline. But yeah, if you're a YouTuber and you have a YouTube channel, you love retro gaming, I'd love to have you on. Yeah, I love to learn and love to chat. So
awesome stuff. Brilliant.
Right.
Awesome. Well, you know, you could, I'm just
always welcome, mate. Always, I'll grab you.
Steve, what are you up to?
I'm up to nothing. I haven't really done YouTube in like pretty much a year now, but I'm starting a new job on the 11th of September, which should free up a lot of my time, because I do miss it, I must admit. I mean, I think I've done like 1 video in the last year and probably about 2 videos in the last 2 years. So yeah, I hope when I start the new job, I'll have a lot more time on my hands to do it and watch more as well, because I'm just really out of the loop. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope to get something out soon, but
yeah, it's tough, man, isn't it?
I still love it. The thing is, I keep coming in here and I set stuff up and I'll be like, right, I'll get a video. I'm going to start something, do something, and then I just end up playing games, which I suppose is a good thing.
Aye.
But the thing is, right, I mean, I seem to get more subscribers when I'm not doing videos than when I am. So I sort of feel bad. Like I just got up to 1,700 the other day, which was a bit of a milestone. Bearing in mind, I think I was on about 1,500 odd for ages, and yeah, got a bit of a milestone at 17, and it was like, I feel bad. Like I got loads of new subs that's never seen a new video, so I might do something. I'm on annual leave for like 2.5 weeks from this Friday, so I'll try and get something out.
It is often quite a joke I have with a group of the guys, is that when you publish, you get subscribers for doing nothing. The day you publish a video, you drop like 5 subscribers or something. You're like, what did I do? I just stuck something out there. Like, you're almost best to just not like once you get to a point, just stop posting videos and just be like, yeah, I've got over 1,000 subs. I don't post anything, but you know, because I don't want to go below that.
That's it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hopefully see some stuff from you, and obviously it'd be cool to see some stuff on the machines behind you, because very jealous. They look awesome. So I genuinely thought that was just a cheeky little green screen or something behind you, but
no, they're definitely, they're definitely real, and they get a bit of use. But as I say, I've got so many cabs dotted around now, and it's I need to sort something out. Really, it's getting a bit too busy in here.
Yeah, awesome. Right, what I shall do, I mean, for myself, obviously, exactly the same. It's when life kicks in, everything else takes a back seat. So obviously my plan was to do a quiz sort of every other month, right, to do like 6 or 7 a year. This is the 3rd one, and we're well into almost like Q3 as time goes. So I do want to get some more going. So hopefully I'd actually like to do another quiz next month. So again, if there's people out there that want to get involved, please get hold of me in any way you can, and we can do that. I'd love to get everyone involved as much as possible. And then, like I said, I'd like to come up with some as we get close to Christmas, maybe a couple of special editions. Definitely, I want to do a Champion of Champions. I've got people out there that want to do that. And obviously, it'd be great to get Scott some whiz kids to go up against, as it were, to sort of really push his knowledge. But then obviously there will be a final at some point as well from everyone who's got involved, and maybe there's some other things we can do. So yeah, please let me know if you'd love to be involved. And by the way, if you guys want to get involved again, then that would be great as well. I shall definitely. Now we're connected. I won't bother you, but I will bother you when I need you. That's for sure. So yeah. Otherwise, stuff coming from me. Obviously, I just did the video on Sega Zombies Retro Realm 2.0. Really chuffed for Scott. His new shop is awesome. If you have any way of getting over to Ipswich, for me it's like an hour and a half drive if I can get the M25 to behave. It's and the space is moved from where we had the little pop-up shop to now having a proper big store now. It's really, really cool. So yeah, definitely recommend anyone getting over there. And if you want to see it, there's the video on the channel. But other than that, we're going to be doing more Monday Night Retros. So every Monday, 8 o'clock on here, I pick a retro system and I play a bunch of games. It'd be great to have people come along and join for that. Last week we did, actually, what I did last week, I think it was it Mega Drive? I can't remember. Anyway, but every week I pick a different system. I must admit I do gravitate towards Amiga and Commodore quite a lot, but I do try and pick different systems. Otherwise, more Warhammer stuff coming, tabletop wargaming and stuff, yeah, and things like that. But it'd be great. Thank you everyone for coming along to the quiz. Thank you to everyone who's hit the like button in the I can see it being pressed. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. You guys enjoyed yourself?
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Awesome stuff. Right, so all I will do now then is we will do a cheesy big wave to everybody, and then I will hit the buttons. All right, so let's give everyone a big wave. Thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you again soon. All right, bye-bye.